Good morning, guys. Hope you're all well. Welcome back to the channel and to another episode with me, JP, living a dream. And the last video, which was quite well received, guys, thank you ever so much for watching it. I did mention in there that I was going to show you a bit of a tour of my van and how the loadout I use for garden works. But the long-term watchers of the channel will remember that this van of mine, this Renault Traffic, is I also use as a camper van to go all over the UK, really, camping, to events, festivals, stuff like that, beach days. But you might be wondering how on earth I managed to use that or utilise this van for the garden works, which can be quite dirty, you know, and you have to carry a lot of kit around. How do I do it? How do I convert it? And how do we manage to have all those lovely weekends away whilst this is also, you know, my work van as well? So without further ado, I'm going to show you in the back of the van now at the stuff that I carry, and then we'll go into a little bit more detail on what I actually do to turn it around and convert it into a camper. Okay, so let's open the back doors. And always the best place to start is with the rear doors. So I've got now this is the board which we've carpeted just to the windows are tinted, but it enables me to hang various bits of kit on each side, so it's a bit of a sort of space saving technique, really. But it also, when we go camping, these come off, so we've got more light in the van, and as we're turning it back into a camper. So on the back door you'll see I've got some steel strimmer line either side. I've got my helmet, built-in ear defenders, and the visor for when I'm brush cutting and strimming, as you've seen in my other videos. Waste disposal bags, waterproof coat, which is always handy, especially living in the UK. Other door we've got, well, there's a seed spreader there. That's not normally there, actually. I think I must have just chucked that there at some point. And my still harness and some safety goggles on that door. Yeah, and as you look into the van, so you'll see this is a basic setup for basically a lawn mowing day, really, although I do a lot of other works, as you've seen. But if normally I've got two mowers in here, today I've just got the one still mower, which I left the anchor points in so we could secure mowers to it. That goes in the middle. I've got my still leaf blower. There's me drilling here at the moment. I've been doing another job. Work bag in there. There's all sorts of bits and pieces, pruning saws, hammers, drill bits, WD-40 and the like. Now this here is actually our bed. So believe it or not, this pulls out to here. I will put a picture up of it now for you so you can see. Just slightly narrower than a normal size double bed, and we've got a big mattress that goes on the top and whatnot. When it's in the garden van mode, this piece of timber here, which has been covered in carpet, screws onto the top of the bed base. And I also had a tool wall attached to it, so that when I'm traveling like this, I can have all my bits and pieces here. So I've got another leaf blower there. That's just a small one for cleaning off the mowers and strimmers before they come back in the van. I've got a tool rack here, various planting equipment and weeding equipment on there, some secateurs, and we've also got, you know, a trowel and a weed knife. On the floor here, on the actual board itself, there's my Wolfgarten pole there, a hoe, another rake, and a Gardena, however you describe it, another multi-tool there. And I've got the FS70C brush cutter and my KM56RC combi motor, which you've seen me use actually a couple of times with the long reach hedge cutters and that lovely little hand tiller that I use when I'm weeding the borders. So that comes in very handy. They don't move on here. This is why we carpeted it. They're just all solid, everything in its place. Wolfgarten attachment hanging on the wall there, and the ever important steel screwdriver. But this is screwed down just by one place in the middle of the board there. When we unscrew it, all of this lifts off as a whole, and then you're back to just the bed base, which you can pull out. So that's that bit. I'll take you around to the side now, guys. Another lovely day, by the way. So in here, as you can see, we've got quite a bit of room in here today. I do normally have two mowers in. You've seen me using a roller mower, and that's the other one I normally take, but I didn't need it for today's work. So here's the combi tiller, which is fastened again to another anchor point there. a couple of pairs of gloves, they just always stay there for some reason. My fuels are all at the front. So I've got the Aspin, I've got the Motor Mix, and I've got the jerry can full of normal unleaded fuel. Some wipes, always handy. And I've always had a tool bucket. I don't know why, but I've always carried a tool bucket in every van I've had. And in this van is no different. I've got a weed membrane in here, another combi attachment, hedge cutter, levels, some more waste bags, some more attachments for the poles, half moon, saws, even a litter grabber, and my knee pads. And then on the back wall there, you'll see I've bought one of my 18-volt DeWalt hedge cutters as well. So that is my loadout, guys. Now, as you can see, it's our camper. Got the TV in here and a mobile power bank. That's handy for making a cup of tea when you're on a job as well, gardening. So it all sort of feeds in. Underneath the bed here is also a place where I've got plenty of storage, which is also very handy. In fact, I'll just come and show you actually what I will use the end of it for. I've got a little cabinet made in the end of the bed, and in here I carry oils, some tools, some still bits and bobs, and that all goes nicely out of the way there. And this flooring, it's just from Charlie's. You just put it down just to keep everywhere tidy. And I think you'd agree that even though this is a work van, and I do a fair bit of work, I managed to keep it fairly tidy. Well, you need to if I'm going to be spending nights sleeping inside it. So yeah, so that's that, guys. So I just wanted to show you, that's basically a day in the life of a garden maintenance guy's van, and this is how we go about setting up to go out to work. So that brings us to the end of the Renault Traffic camper van / garden van tour. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. I hope it was informative. If any of you are thinking of starting up a garden maintenance business or round or whatever, I hope this can show you exactly what can be done with the van, the layout that I've got. Just for reference, this is just a short wheelbase 2016 Renault Traffic Sport van. It's got everything I need in it. Like I say, it works really well as a camper as well, and obviously the way I've sort of set it up, I think is probably a real tidy way of being able to use it as a multi-use hybrid van, if you like, work van / camper van to live in at the weekends when we go away. So yeah, so I hope you enjoyed it, guys. If there's anything you need to know or any questions, please drop me a comment in below, and I will always answer every comment as I do. I take pride in that, actually, guys, getting back to you if there's anything that you ever need to know. So I'll sign out for this video, but I already have got some videos to edit from works that we've just been doing this last week, and you'll have to wait till next week to find out what they were. Okay, so once again, thank you to new subscribers, thank you for watching, and I will see you in next week's video. Take care, all the best, ta-da.